Plywood panels are the original structural wood panel and can be used for many kinds of projects. Plywood is made from thin sheets of veneer, also called plies, that have been peeled from a debarked log. The plies are carefully arranged in alternating directions so that the grain of each layer is perpendicular to the layers adjacent to it. Each of the plies is glued and then subject to heat and pressure. This forces the plies and the glue together, giving the plywood its structural integrity. These are added layer on top of layer to the desired thickness. This construction makes plywood less likely to expand or shrink when it comes to contact with moisture. Plywood is graded by standard set by an approved certification agency. Most of the product that comes through the Home Depot is certified by the American Plywood Association. Each piece of plywood is graded on several characteristics and then stamped for approval. Products identified as structural mean that they are approved to be used in structures like walls, roofs, and floors. Plywood and OSB that are used for structural purposes may be PS1 or PS2 rated. PS1 outlines the number of veneers, grade of veneer, and kind of glue used. It also identifies the number of patches and how layers are put together. PS2 is called the Performance Standard, the newer standard created to address the changing of technology of panel production. This addresses performance criteria that our finished panels must meet. Both PS1 and PS2 panels are required to pass the necessary test. Plywood panels are also designated for exterior use or for interior use. There are two examples of this type of plywood: Exposure 1 and Exterior. Exposure 1 can handle limited exposure to the elements, like during construction. These panels are for interior use, like behind-the-scenes projects including roofing, walls, and subflooring. Exterior panels can handle permanent exposure to weather and are generally pressure treated. Let's walk through each grade. An A grade means that the panel has a smooth sanded surface without knots and any minor defects or repaired with synthetic filler. These panels have a veneer that can be painted and are ideal for projects like making furniture or cabinet doors. A B grade panel also has smooth sanded surface but also has more repaired defects than an A grade panel. It may also have small knots that are up to 1 inch across. Like the A grade, the B grade panel can be used for projects like furniture and cabinets. Next are the C grade panels, which are usually unsanded. These have several minor defects that have to be repaired. They also have knots up to 1.5 inches across, discoloration, and sanding defects. These panels are most commonly used when appearance isn't quite as important, like for roofing a house, laying floor, or building a garage. Last, we have our D grade panels. In these panels, the defects have not been repaired. Knots and knot holes can be up to 2.5 inches across, and they are not sanded. They may also have discoloration and sanded defects. Similar to the C grade panels, these can be used on projects like roofing, flooring, or everyday projects like garage shelving. When we use panels graded with 2 letters, like BC, this means one side is a B grade and the other is a C grade. These are commonly used for furniture and cabinetry. And finally, we have project panels. These are smaller 2x2, 2x4, or 4x4 sheets of product. Many customers don't know that we have these smaller pre-cut panels available. These are great because they let the customer buy what they need without waiting to have a larger piece cut to size, which also helps eliminate waste, reduce their costs, and it makes it easier for our customer to load and transport.